reseller friends, it's Yvonne. So I thought I would share a little haul with you and my new camera. I finally got the Logitech C920. It has come down in price a little bit. I paid about $60 for it. They used to be about $80 or $100, but there are two levels of pro editions above it. So these have come down, but I didn't get the higher end pro edition because it has an extra wide angle. And as you can see, this is already pretty much a wide angle already. You see more of my room than what you usually see. But anyways, it's still a good camera. I really like it. So the autofocus, see, is a lot better than what I was working with. Okay, so let's start. A Led Zeppelin DVD movie, not for sale, going in my collection. I actually don't have this one. It's a 2-movie set, so I'm really excited about that. I paid $2.99. There was one for Metallica too, but when I looked it up, there were plenty for sale for under $10. So I'm assuming they're not real rare. If Metallica wasn't that rare, I'm just assuming this one's not either, but it doesn't matter. This is going in my collection. I collect Led Zeppelin items. Another thing for myself to go in my eBay toolkit over here, I'm always buying the, peel off sticky lint rollers. All of us are. This one promises it's some kind of green gooey thing. Like it promises just wash it with soap and water when it gets too full and start over. It's good to go. Never ever needs replaced. So we're going to see, because that would be awesome. It was about $1. Oh gosh, I shouldn't even show this. I can't help myself. Jason T. Smith fan, right? I have been for a while, a member of the Thrifting board, and I'm trying to get the tiki vibe going on here in the mountains of Colorado. So I don't find a lot of it, but this probably isn't worth very much. This is from Trader Dick's. You never know when you might run across a limited edition. It was only 99 cents, so I went ahead and got it to throw in with some other ones, and maybe I'll hit one that might be worth, over $20 someday. If not, I'll just lot them all together, or I'll just keep them for my own party, right? Okay, so let's start with, okay, I spent about $140 yesterday, and I'm going to need to sell some of the items that are worth more for as much as I can get, because out of this haul yesterday, I'm keeping quite a bit for myself, including these. Rarely do I find my size. This is size 10, and that's me. I'm a tall girl. So these are coats. This is the Caitlin, and they were only $9.99, and so I'm going to keep these for myself. They're authentic. Someone my size must have dropped off their shoe collection, and she must have been a little bit younger or young at heart, because also some Doc Martens in my size. So I've never had a pair. I'm not real crazy about creepers or the chunky look, but never had a pair of Doc Martens. I don't know. I'll wear them for a while. Okay, so now what is actually going to be for sale? Although those are resellable, you guys know that. These Doc Martens in pretty good shape, although they're used, probably $30 to $40, pretty easy. And the Coach Caitlin, I don't know, probably 20 to 25 to be fair, and sell it quick, but I'm going to keep these. Okay. So one more pair that is for sale. I've sold this brand before. I don't know if I'm saying it right. You know how it is. We read things. We don't always hear it said. Helle by Romus, H-E-L-L-E, second word R-O-M-U-S. It's a comfort shoe, and they also make stylish comfort shoes. Most of them used to be made in Spain. I don't know if they still are. I'd have to look that up. This doesn't have where it was made at in here, and you're not going to be able to probably. Oh, it is. Wow, this camera is so much better. Awesome. You can read some of that, right? Usually, the other pairs I've bought, it's more, you can read that easier. Lots of like, think like Birkenstock and Dansko and Nayot. That's a good one. That kind of style, like comfort yet very stylish. Okay, So new, their shoes are like over $100 and more. So resale value on that is pretty good, as along the lines of the brands I just mentioned. These I really like. Okay, first of all, this was funny. 2 thrift store prices. I got these at the Goodwill, but it also had the ARC. So I don't know how they went from one thrift store chain to another, but they did. So I went ahead and paid $9 for these. Shoe prices are going up at my local Goodwills here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So I have to be really choosy. So I went ahead and paid $9 because of the label and because these are super boho chic, funky, cool. Like this is a nice paisley print on velvet and then a little fur lined shoe booty. Yeah, with the nice comforts and non-grip, non-slip sole. So these are so stylish and comfortable and cool. Someone's gonna love these. Think like, you know, right now, let me think. Oh, Florence and the Machine. Think of her. That would be kind of like that style. Like she's like a more dresses like a modern day Stevie Nicks would, like back in the day. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot for around 40 to 50 on these. See how that goes. I'm not sure. I need to figure this out. I'll be able to. I'll use the label to figure it out. Over in Reseller Revival, I've got some files I've been working on, and one of them is Ralph Lauren, and it has all the different labels and the history to kind of help you figure out, like, put a date, you know, historical date to this. But it is a striped, lightweight denim. It does have the embroidered signature polo pony. So it's a blue label, but not blue label like you would think because of but it's not the polo label. This might be the pre-polo label. Again, I'll have to go, when you find things like this, there's a hierarchy on these labels and a historical timeline, okay? So, but I'm thinking it's in great shape. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking that this is at least a $30 shirt. If it's vintage, maybe a little bit more. At least a $30 shirt, okay? Here's another one that I need to do some more research on. This, I'm new on the men's stuff. I don't know my vintage stuff yet very well, but I follow quite a few people that are doing men's things, and of course, Paul Cantu being one of them, who, if you want to see funny stuff, a little irreverent, but funny. Ronnie Hart, of course, Closet M, who doesn't really do this style, more dress, and quite a few other people on eBay and YouTube. So this might be vintage. I know it's official. It has some rubber patches on it. This is velvet, and I thought this was a homemade, so maybe, you know, lower in value. But then look, when you get down here, there's another rubber insignia patch. And then there's some sublimation. Let's see if we can pick this up. There it is. There's some sublimation going on too. So I'm a little excited about this. We'll see what happens. I paid $4.99. It was not on sale. I went ahead because I think this might be a winner. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking I have a $40 shirt perhaps. So I'll let you guys know, or follow my store and we'll see what happens, okay? It'll be up maybe in about 2 or 3 days. I need to get to listing, so the things that I can list quick are going to go up first. Things that need a little bit more research to make sure I do it right will be later, you know, a couple days later. Nanette Lepore. Let me find the label to spell it. There it is. Nanette Lepore. I have one of her dresses myself that I found at the thrift and kept for myself. It's so cool. It's kind of a 40s Bonnie and Clyde knockoff. It's so cute. Some of her stuff does really well. Some of it not so much. It's one of those labels. This is all silk, but a little faux wrap dress, strapless sundress. It has all the details you need, fully lined, hidden back zipper, silicone stays, right? So, and just this bright, funky tropical print, I think, is really popular right now. Little satin crinkle. So it was 30% off, so it cost me about $5. I also like this because of the shirring on the sides. That will help a range of sizes for fit. You know, it's not, I love things that stretch and give a little bit because you have less of a return because of fit problems. So I think this one, I should be able to get a little over 30 for it and not sit on it too long. So you guys don't get mad at me when I'm wrong about things. I'm just sharing the journey with you. I watch some of your videos, you watch some of mine. We do the best we can at guessing. I think these are pretty good educated guesses though, but we'll see. The market can change so fast. Elijah J. Some of her dresses do really well too, okay? So I like this sheath, slightly fitted sheath. It is tapered on the sides here for a nice fit. The pattern, not quite Moroccan. I think I can do better than geometric. I'm going to look at my pattern charts and see if I can find, I'll probably put geometric because not everyone is savvy themselves, you know, buyers that are searching on exactly what pattern. But if I can get some other close pattern names for those fashionistas that are super sophisticated and do their searches that way, I want to add those in, at least in the description, if not in the title, or in item specifics. I often add my own item specifics that I can fill in. I think it's really important. So this was marked only $6.99. There is a slight stretch to it as well. So again, nice little sheet. I like the colors. That's very popular right now. Remember that a shift, it just hangs more, and a sheath is a little bit more fitted. This has a hidden zipper. So I think on this one, around 30, 36. Oh my gosh. Another thing I'm going to keep for myself. This, like, it has no label. This is so cute. It makes me think Free People or For Love and Lemons, perhaps. It's not Forever 21. I know that. It's not Exhilaration. It's not Massimo. I can tell by the quality and the details. It didn't have a price tag on it, but because I was buying so much stuff, she let me have it for $1. She goes, as long as you're not bringing it back, you know, just $1. I'll just ring it up $1. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, thank you. Sorry, oh my gosh, not for sale. I'm going to layer it over probably some kind of strappy cage tank and leggings. It's precious, look at it. Definitely a nice little boho Coachella fashion piece, right? So like I said, quite a few things I'm keeping for myself, so I'm going to have to really work some of these other items to like end up making an overall profit on this haul. But I think I can do that. Okay, need to talk about this, need to explain myself. Okay, this is Forever 21. So they have different lines. They're trying to up their game, and like a lot of us have admitted, Forever 21, some of their stuff is so cute. Oh my gosh, we want to buy it. It's like they're doing some really great knockoffs and copying of some of the higher end trendy designers. This is Forever 21 Twist. This really has more quality to it. They put $11.99 on it, and I actually did ask about that just out of curiosity. And she goes, "You guys are gonna laugh out of this." She goes, "Oh, well, that's a designer label." So I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "That's a mall brand." She goes, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. Anyways, it's an inside joke between us, right? We've all talked about that sometimes. Like they're tripping. Like they price the mall brands up crazy, and then they'll, you know, bypass something that's like really high-end designer. But good for us. But this is adorable. I have tried this on 3 times. I cannot get it up. Oh my gosh. I want this so bad. I mean, I would have to put it, you know, I mean, I'm older. I would have to figure out how to tone this bad boy down. It is so cute. It's like a chintzy fabric, and then this little pleated, uneven hem line, layered hemline, bustier dress. It's even padded, and pockets. Oh my gosh, pockets. I can't get it to fit me. I want to just hang it in my closet and just say I own it anyways. And like, but hey, okay, so it's just so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and try to sell this. I haven't found one like it yet. I paid way too much for it probably. Blame this on my artistic temperament again. I've admitted that several times. My artistic temperament. Sometimes things are just so cute. I cannot leave them behind. I have to like rescue them. So I learned something new. I don't know. I don't sell a lot of jeans, only if they're a high-end designer, right? And I don't know how to explain when I'm looking through a row. I don't know how to explain how I know what to pull out. I don't want to sound arrogant, because I've said before, don't let anyone intimidate you and think this takes years and years of experience to learn to sell used clothing on eBay. But an addendum or caveat to add would be, there are some things that do just kind of come with time. So I don't know whether I saw someone else or whether I saw it in a fashion magazine or on Pinterest, because I do try to watch all that stuff and keep up on what's hot. But maybe it was this. Maybe I recognize this sizing thing as being a little bit higher end. Okay, anyways, this is, because the only insignia was that. Nothing special about the pockets, right, to identify. A nice little finish though. So these are earnest sewn, and they are a thing. Earnest sewn. This is the Fulton cut. Okay. This is just like some of the other, like, is it Seven for All Mankind, or Page, or let's say Hudson, or Adriana Goldsmeed, if I'm saying that right. Like, within those labels, there's only going to be certain cuts and styles that are the popular, and that's what we have to stay on top of. This is the Fulton button fly, and it's not doing too bad. New, these were probably around $140, $150, depending on where you got, what store you got them from. I paid $4.99. I think resale value on these, the size is pretty decent, probably somewhere around 30-ish, 30 to 40. I do see some people selling them a little bit too cheap, because maybe they did their comps and they saw that some are selling for under $12, but they didn't realize to look at exactly what style do I have. I don't know. But anyways, if I do put these up for sale, I'm going to try to get somewhere between $30, $36. Unfortunately, these are my size. And although there is nothing fancy about them, but that's kind of the trend now, the fit on these is incredible. Premium denim, yet not super heavy. So a premium kind of medium weight denim with a slight stretch to it. And whoever engineered these is a genius, at least for my body shape. So that makes me want to kind of keep them. I'm not real crazy about dark wash jeans. I like more of a 70s, you know, kind of like, you know, hippie rocker faded look. But I may be able to, you know, accomplish that with these. So if you don't see these go up for sale, that's because I kept them. So I have talked about this before, why I am always in the black pants section or the khakis, because I'm looking for a certain fabric. I'm looking for the Lululemon training pants, the Kyodan, the Athleta. What else? Fabletics, I don't know if they've added that to their line yet. So I'm going through real quick. I'm training myself on fabric, If you could feel this, you would know this is just super awesome fabric. So I just pulled it out and threw it in my cart. I just figured, okay, that's probably a pair of Kyodan. I wear a lot of Kyodan ruched training pants, and they sell pretty quickly. Excursion, Athleta, Kyodan, those are some of my favorites. This ruched training pant, it's you know, it's in like sometimes in ripcord fabric. It's kind of like a nylonish fabric, okay? It's more, I'm just giving you things that you might be able to understand the, you know, what it feels like, because it's going to be more of a sports blend. Like some of them even have wicking. And of course, you know, like Lululemon has their own special fabric, you know, Luon and things like that. Anyways, so I just pulled it out. I'm like, that's a thing. Threw it in my cart, kind of forgot about it, went on. So when I was done sorting my cart, I said, oh yeah, these feel really great. And so they're $3.99, and to my surprise, I found that. I thought I had seen every Lululemon item there was, because every time I find some, and I do find a fair share here in Colorado. We actually have our own Lululemon store up the street, and of course a couple in Denver. So I find my fair share here in Colorado. And I thought I'd seen everything, because whenever I find some, of course, I go to those two sites in the Facebook group, you know, A to Z. Those couple of girls that have like documented everything that Lululemon makes. We've talked about it before. And you can find, it's kind of a joint effort too on Facebook. You can find, usually find the name of the color, the pattern, the style. If not, you can post a picture, and someone usually within the hour or less will tell you what that is. And so, you know, you can add that to your listing. Now, don't try to sell on there. And as soon as you get an answer, go back and delete your post, okay? Follow the rules. I don't want her getting mad and like that's such a great site. Anyways, I've never seen these before. Some kind of trainer pants, slightly harem-ish. So I'm not even sure. Probably, if I'm going to guess, these are going to be worth over 40. I just sold some Wonder Unders for that, and usually I've sold City Treks for 80 or more, Lululemon City Treks. Now, it's been about a year since I found any, so I'm not sure if that price is still holding steady, but I've sold men's and women's Lululemon City Trek, this like, you know, studio to work or whatever, out of this kind of fabric with pockets and things like that, more of a slack, for $80 or more. So these could be about close to 60. We'll see. We'll see how unique they are. I'm pretty excited to check that out. This was a winner. $5.99 and 30% off. So 3 times 6 is $180. Okay, so about $4. Okay, this is Ralph Lauren Blue Label. This is what I was talking about when I said on that shirt, when I said it's, you know, it's a blue label, but it had that pony in the middle. So I think it's a version of the Ralph Lauren Polo, you know, label tag. Anyway, so this is a regular blue label. These are the softest chambray cargo safari pants ever. If these were my size, yes, these would be going in my closet too. How many cool pockets can you get on a pair of pants? Oh my gosh. Since I've retired from, ooh, they're long too. I like that. Those are about a 34. I'm 34. Those are 34-inch inseam. Since I retired from the salon, I've kind of really fallen in love with Athleisure. It's just so comfortable, and you can just get up and go out in it too. And of course, these cargo pants are perfect for going thrifting, garage sailing, to the bins. All these pockets hold everything, your snacks, your water, your phone, so you don't have to take your purse. So these are excellent quality, Ralph Lauren Blue Label. So super cool, nothing wrong. I'm gonna guess a little over 40 bucks will be a decent price on these. And thank goodness they're a good size and length. So let's see how that goes. Another pair of vintage Tommy Bahama, 30% off. So these were about $5. These are a larger size. So I kind of like that. They've got some spell out on the carpenter embellishments, the things that make it a carpenter pant. You know, your hammer and tool things. Little spell out embroidery on the pocket. I sold another pair of similar to this in a smaller size. I sold, I think, for around $40 about a month and a half ago. I have to check my Instagram. I showed you guys on Instagram. They went overseas. So vintage Tommies do pretty well. I don't know what label this is. This is new to me, and I haven't finished my research because they're new with tags too. I paid $8. When things are new with tags, they usually mark them up whether they are familiar with the brand or not. These are super cute. I thought maybe they were Trip or Lip Service or something like that. They are a stretch denim black with velvet stripes and straight legs. They're my size. I tried them on. That's why I stopped doing research. I should have continued so I could tell you guys about what they would be. G series. Anyways, they're so cute, so comfortable. They're still a little edgy without going over the top and looking costumey, so I can still kind of, you know, pull off a little fun boho or rocker look. You know, don't put too much other kind of crazy stuff with it. Let this be the main centerpiece, okay? You know, I'm older, so I ain't trying to run around looking crazy. But you know, I'm not giving up. I want to have some fun with fashion too. It's just great. So, yeah. Like I said, I bought quite a few things to keep for myself. But I'm going to show you because, you know, and talk about it so you can make a decision yourself if you see something like this and you want to resell, and why I think it might be a good idea. Okay, I went through the athleisure section. This is just a Champion, but look at the color. Again, athleisure. Don't ignore the athleisure department, and even if just for yourself, you know, as we work at home so much, it's so comfortable, but yet you can answer the door, you can go pick up your kids, you know, your dress. It's kind of like wearing your pajamas, but yet you're good to go outside and meet the public. The fabrics on athleisure, on good athleisure, is incredible. Moisture wicking, breathable. The way they make things, the way they engineer them is for comfort and movement. If you are not into athleisure, please look through it and give it a try. Try some of it on, give it a try and see what you think. I think you'll thank me. So super soft. This almost looks like a Lululemon copy with the textured lines. Lululemon does that on, I think it's their Swiftly shirt. I'm not sure. But it's the color, the magenta. So I paid $4. I'm keeping this for myself. It's not the highest end of athleisure, but because of the softness and the color, you could probably get just under $20 for the right person on this, mainly because of the softness and the color on this one. Not all their shirts are that fabric. Another thing, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it for myself, but I want to show it to you because this is very resellable. Fox. They're not being funny. This is Fox racing apparel for men and women. This one's for women, of course. Think dirt bikes, motocross, quads. I used to race quads, so I had a lot of the riding gear, and Fox was one of them. This one's adorable, right? You'll see me wear this in the show, probably on the stew next Tuesday. Look at the side. They did a little side thing on it, so super soft and fun. But I would say this t-shirt, probably, it's in great shape. Something like this from Fox. Their jackets I've sold for around $80. This little fun shirt with the special treatment and the great color scheme. I'd say resale value on this is probably $26, $28, you know, if you weren't in too much of a hurry. So let me show you that again, because you're not going to see this at your regular stores. Every once in a while you might run across it at the department store closeout stores like Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. You know, they get things, closeouts, last season, overruns, you know, so sometimes you'll see these kind of things run through there. But other than that, you have to go to where they sell motocross, motorcycles, things like that, okay, to find this. But if you see their jackets, their motocross gear, their clothing in the men's and women's and children's, it's a pretty good resale. Okay, and the last thing, just another RBX, another athleisure, but this is not expensive, nothing like Lululemon or anything, but a nice little cut. I like details on it, right? And the little cutout in the back. So I'd say resale value on something like this is probably, I don't know, $12, $15, okay? So unless you're getting it pretty cheap or at the bins, then just, you know, unless you're comfortable with that, you know, with that amount of profit, you know, don't let me, you know, say no to you if that's what you want to do. But a couple of things that I didn't show you from last week because we didn't have the stew and I didn't do any videos. I was on, Karen took over the Prof Sales channel while Jason was gone, and she had me and Lindy and Margaret on, so that's what I did last week. And I think the only thing I showed was, we were talking about keywords, the only thing I showed was this Hail Bob. So, and that's with my older camera, so you know what, let me show you. If you don't know Hail Bob, you need to know that in women's clothing. There, it's a little cursive name, Hail Bob, okay? Their dresses and things do great, okay? So here's something else that I found. This is not a Lululemon. This is a Victoria's Secret, very sexy sport, and it's a complete set. The VSX and their athleisure does really well. Some of the pieces almost as well as Lululemon. I've sold one of their jackets. It was ruched and it was like this incredible shade of purple, kind of like this incredible magenta. It was like this awesome shade of electric purple, not neon. It's hard to describe. 80 bucks I got for it. So this feels really good. It feels very Lululemon-ish, but it's not. But matching, no pilling at all. You know those little bumps from like fabric rubbing, cheap fabric rubbing, or overwashing. That's what I mean by pilling. So if you don't know that, and if anybody asks you about pilling, you need to disclose that, because a lot of people will get mad if they get an item and there's all this pilling, like in the thigh or in the elbow, underneath the arms. They do not like that if it was not disclosed. They don't like it being a surprise. Anyways, this was half price, $4 for the set. I'm thinking, let me slow down. I'm thinking that probably, I'm thinking around $38, $40 will be pretty quick. Pretty quick. I might be wrong. It might be worth a little bit more because it's like brand new. And then two more pieces I want to show you. I mentioned that I found two vintage pieces when I was with on Karen's show. So I found a Christian Dior vintage. Vintage Christian Dior. Nice little nautical buttons. All the buttons are there. When you're buying a piece and it has special buttons, oh my gosh, make sure all the buttons are there. And if one's missing, your last hope is to check the inside and see if they added an extra one. If not, you can still work with it. Don't pay too much. You really got to think about it. Sometimes you can still do it. And then the other one is this nice Escada. Escada is still, this is an older, boy, this was popular in the 80s and 90s. Oh my gosh, but it's still popular. And this is a vintage piece, silk blouse. I just sold an Escada jacket, linen white jacket with bows. I sold it for $38. It went to Germany, I believe, which I think is where Escada's made, originally was, or the designers are from there. I don't know if it's still made there. Oh, this one has epic buttons too. Look, and see a little bit different treatment on the sleeve. See? Gosh, this is so 80s, 90s. And this might be an equestrian theme. I'm not sure. You guys help me. Is that equestrian or what is that? Is that polo. I'm not sure. I'll have to find that out. Because that'll, you know, for keywords and then the pricing. Okay. The only other thing was a Harley Davidson hoodie. This is a 2X. Nice purple. It'll probably sell better here in about a month or so. I don't know. When you ride, you still want a jacket. You guys know the Harley label, right? You can spot it a mile away, okay? Being a 2X, being purple, nice skull on the back, Willie G skull, says Harley Davidson in there too. I think I can probably, if I'm patient, I can probably pull 40 off of this. The size is going to help. I washed it, so the tag is gone. I think I paid like $4.99. Okay, well, pretty excited about my new camera. Oh, I said the price had come down, right? Did I mention that about the price coming down on those? Yeah, I did. So if you've been wanting one, now's a good time. You shouldn't have to pay over $50, $60 for them. I think that's all. Oh, look, I put batteries in it, and it works. I got this at the thrift store a couple months ago, and I hung it there. You guys have probably noticed it, but I never put the batteries in, but it does work. It's cute, isn't it? Little hashtag, little lighted up hashtag. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later or see you in one of your videos.